What if I told you most people would electrocute a stranger to death simply because someone in a white coat told them to? This isn't a dystopian movie, it's real. And it happened inside a Yale University lab in 1961. This is the story of the Milgram Experiment, one of the most shocking psychological studies in history. The world had just witnessed the horrors of the Holocaust, millions murdered under the command of a few. When Nazi officers were asked why they did it, many replied, "I was just following orders." Psychologist Stanley Milgram had a haunting question. Could the average person, someone like me or you, commit horrific acts if told to do so by authority? To find out, he designed a now infamous experiment. Participants were told they were helping with a memory test. Each was assigned the role of the teacher. In a separate room was the learner, a man strapped to a chair with electrodes. Unbeknownst to the participant, the learner was an actor. He wouldn't actually receive any shocks. The teacher's job was simple. Ask a series of questions. Every time the learner got one wrong, the teacher would press a switch to administer an electric shock. With each mistake, the voltage increased. 15 volts, 30 volts, 45, all the way up to 450 volts. A level clearly marked danger, severe shock. The learner would begin to protest. "My heart's bothering me. Please let me out." And yet, if the teacher hesitated, the man in the lab coat would calmly say, "Please continue. The experiment requires that you continue." No threats, just quiet authority. The shocking results. So how many people refused? Only a few. 65% of participants went all the way to 450 volts. Most were visibly distressed, sweating, trembling, biting their lips. Yet they kept going. Why? Because an authority figure told them to. Milgram's experiment shattered the belief that cruelty only lives in monsters or evil people. It revealed a darker truth. The capacity for harm lies in all of us, and authority can unlock it. The average person, when placed under pressure, is capable of terrifying obedience. It wasn't about sadism. Most participants didn't want to cause pain, but they felt it wasn't their responsibility. They were just following orders. Sound familiar? Milgram's study echoed far beyond psychology. In wars, workplaces, institutions, people follow orders even when it goes against their conscience. Think of whistleblowers who stay silent, soldiers in war zones, even employees watching injustice in silence. We all tell ourselves, "I had no choice." But maybe we did. The Milgram experiment forces us to ask, would I have pressed the button? The scary part is, most of us probably would. The study wasn't without controversy. Many critics slammed Milgram for the emotional stress he caused participants. Some felt guilt and shame for years, but Milgram argued that the insight was worth it, because if we don't understand obedience, we'll never stop repeating history. The Milgram experiment reminds us of a haunting truth. Evil doesn't always come with horns and fangs. Sometimes it wears a lab coat. Sometimes it sounds like, "It's not my fault. I was just doing my job." So the next time someone tells you to do something that feels wrong, pause, think. Because the real test of character is what you do when you're told not to.